Well, hi everyone, it's Pete here from Pain Toolkit, and yes, we are back. And I'm with my good mate over there at Kelowna, over there in British Columbia. Hey Keith.
Hey Pete.
Yeah, good. Listen, um, you posted a video this week,
Mm-hmm.
and you was on your I call it the hamster wheels,
Yeah,
got the
yeah,
workout, treadmill, etc.
yeah.
When you post stuff like that, it really, for me anyway, it inspires me, and
Oh,
yeah,
mhm.
it does.
Thank you.
Because I'm not really a treadmill sort of dude.
Hmm.
I go walking,
Yeah.
but not. I know they've got a treadmill down the gym, but they turn them around so they're facing the wall. So, I'm to
Yeah,
help.
it's
They
terrible.
got
Yeah.
TV, they got screens in there, like record this
Yeah.
videos, but that ain't my thing.
Yeah.
But we've talked about this before,
Hmm.
and it's. I mean, the old. I mean, I've learned that new phrase or new description called meaningful movement.
Yeah.
And when I first heard that, I thought, well, I'm pretty old school, and I thought, well, that's just exercise, isn't it? But for a lot of people, when you say about exercise or stretching exercise, they go, whoa, 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 whoa. I can't do the Lycra business, or no, that involved joining a gym and stuff.
Hmm.
And I think we talked about this because I I don't know, where did it come from? Did it come from whereabouts did the phrase originate from? Can you remember?
That's a really good question. I can't remember who introduced it to us, and I'm actually embarrassed to say that because once we came across it, it just sort of landed, I think, kind of like a truth bomb. But I can't remember where we got it from. But yeah.
I'll tell you, you put your spin on it. So what does meaningful movement mean to you?
Yeah, thanks, Pete, and thanks for your kind words about my video. It's I got some time on the treadmill, so I like to fill my time. So meaningful movement, and when this was introduced to us, it really landed for me because the word exercise for some people can be really off-putting. Like you just said, they put their hands up and they're like no, and so, we need to recognize that. And for people who are able to move their bodies, we know it's really, really important. We know, I mean, there's all the research and the evidence and all the underlying physiology that talks about like why movement and exercise, if I dare say use that word, is really important. But because that can really put a lot of people off, meaningful movement is about um, doing the activity that you love, that you really connect with, that you really resonate with, and doing that. Because if you do something you enjoy, you will stay at it.
Hmm.
If you try to do something you don't like, you're not going to stay. A perfect example is how many people every year on January 1st, they're down at the gym because that's their New Year's resolution, right? This is the year that they're going to hit the gym and they're going to change their life. And 10 days later, they're all gone. I don't blame those people at all. What they've done is they put themselves into a position of doing some sort of movement that it doesn't connect with them. It doesn't maybe it doesn't suit their lifestyle. They're not interested. So meaningful movement is finding the thing that you enjoy. And there's lots of ways we can move our body that are very helpful. And that is, I mean, I watch my wife garden in the summer. She'll be out in the garden for 8 hours. And the amount of movement and up and down and stuff that she's doing that's a workout. She loves it. She's out there all the time. Gardening, dancing, walking, swimming, cycling, anything that moves your body
Yeah.
is really what's important.
Yeah.
And again, it's the meaningful movement is if it's meaningful to if you really enjoy it, then you will want to do it. It doesn't feel like it's a chore. And for some people, I get it, traditional exercise feels like a chore. They just don't connect with it. So don't force yourself to do something you don't like. Do the thing that you enjoy the most, but move your body. If you have the ability to move your body, or even if you have limited body movement, find the thing you can. Chair yoga,
Hmm.
walking around your house if you're in a walker, getting up and do a lot, like whatever you can. Just move it because it's what you enjoy doing.
I remember several years ago, Keith, someone posted on social media. And I think, I mean, it's quite probably a well-known saying, but I think it was from some sort of a medical dude from the States, like,
Hmm.
she like been in charge of the medical dudes over there.
Hmm.
She said, if exercise was a pill, we would be prescribing it for many, many
Right.
health conditions, long-term health conditions,
Yeah.
and this is popping up all the time now. And I know, I know when I got diagnosed with the cancer business,
Hmm.
I know when I was talking to one of the nurses, cancer nurses at the hospital, she said, "Do you do any movement or anything like that?" I said, "Yeah, I'll go down the gym." She said, "Great."
Hmm.
That's great, but she never told me really why. And
Right.
I learned a couple of years ago by that video I posted to you, uh,
Yeah.
that- well, last night or this morning, I can't remember.
Hmm.
Was that when you exercise, if you're living with cancer, especially like breast cancer or prostate cancer or whatever,
Prostate. Yeah.
it it actually exercise because it's your way this lady on the videos, cancer's looking for somewhere to park its car somewhere like
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
wants to spread looking for where can I go to now like
Yeah.
but if we exercise it puts the brakes on like they can't all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff happening and um and all so to me I haven't really got for me anyway I haven't really got a choice I've got to do exercising uh and I hit both here my day Monday through Friday I get up and do my yoga and stuff like that,
Hmm.
stretching and yoga. Then I go down the gym to do some weights, and I go out walking, go walk to the station and get have a coffee at a railway station, watch everybody go to work, and then
Hmm.
come home, pick the van up, and off, and that's it. Um, but I find the exercises I do, like you said, I like the ones I do. So here in the morning. I do it mainly yoga, stretching and yoga.
Hmm.
And the gym, strengthening and exercising because it's important that we have muscles keep strengthened. And,
Hmm.
also because of the meds I'm on,
Yeah.
I've got may get more problems. I won't go into it too much
Hmm.
detail. And but when I'm down in the gym, I do. I've gone back to doing a form of Tai Chi called Qi Kong.
Hmm. Yeah.
Movement, nice gentle movement.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I could do that at
Yeah.
home. And
Yeah.
and also I've got to give a shout out to Lou James over there in New Zealand. 'Cause when I first got diagnosed with it, I was I've been used to looking around for information. I've been doing self-management now for quite a few years. So for me, it was just look around for information and come across
Yeah.
Lou James, who runs the Pink and Steel organisation in New Zealand, where and what they do over there is so easy to understand. When someone gets diagnosed with a cancer problem, Lou James, is, by the way, is a physiotherapist. But what they do is they all organise a pre-treatment, pre-cancer treatment program, a during treatment program, a
Hmm.
post-treatment program. Now I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is fantastic, like but the thing is but the other thing I like about Lou's programs is all that is there ain't all gym stuff and
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
a lot of group stuff. But she gets people to do paddleboarding,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, things like that. So
Yeah.
and they're doing it within a team environment,
Hmm.
etc. Like
Right.
So
Yeah.
to me, to me, it's meaning a great example of meaningful movement. Yeah, sure, they're doing some physio stuff and exercises and stuff like that, but also making it fun. And I think sometimes, I think in self-management, our people, we need to be a bit more, include a bit more fun in learning about
Yes.
supportive self-management.
Absolutely. No, that's a really good point. That social connection is really important, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's good for it, I mean, it can help you with your movement, and it's also good for you emotionally and psychologically. I
yeah,
mean, we're social animals for the most part. So
yeah,
I just, you and I are both, pretty much converts to this, and I think the best that we can do is just sort of help sort of promote, from our experience, and like yours is I mean, you were moving before your cancer diagnosis because it helps you manage your pain.
yeah, yeah.
I was doing meaningful movement before my diagnosis of a mitochondrial disease because it helped with my pain. Even though for the first nearly 20 years of my pain journey, I thought the worst thing I could do was move. And then I learned when I move in the right way and if it's meaningful, it actually helps manage it.
Mm.
So it's helping, people understand that just moving your body is good. In my case, the disease that I have with mitochondrial disease, my muscles will slowly continue to weaken over time. It's just a DNA. I'm missing a bunch of DNA in my body, so my muscles they're just going to get weaker, not stronger. But the more that I move, the more I push that decline off. So this is that prehab that we talk about. It's so important to do what we can. And in the case of my disease, there's no medications. There's nothing we can do. They said to me, the only thing you can do is move your body and get exercise. So that's what I do. I have the ability still to do things like run on a treadmill, and I kind of like running, not completely, but I kind of enjoy it. I work out, I strength train, but and a lot of people with my disease are already wheelchair bound or have severe mobility issues. Meaningful movement. Do what you can, find what you can do and you can do it. Because it's that prehab component. If we invest in ourselves today, we will push off some of the changes in our body for tomorrow. And like you said, with cancer, for all the nerds out there like me, underlying in all the physiology, we know that movement physically, like it changes your biology. Like your cancer wants to grow, and by moving and getting like making those changes in your body through movement, it reduces or slows down that movement. People with pain, a lot we know we're learning things like inflammation lead to people's pain or exacerbate their pain. Movement can help reduce inflammation. Like underlying all of that, there's biology at work, but it's also so good for you mentally and emotionally, I think.
Well, there you can see there. So you mentioned the mental side of it, and I can't think of his name off the top of my head actually. I know he's written a load of papers on it. I follow him on LinkedIn, but he specialises in with mental health. But
Mhm.
the importance for research
Right.
has shown that if you to exercise, it can be good for our mental health, etc. Like, and
Yeah.
listen, you was telling me earlier on about this organisation over there in Canada, where they've asked you to be part of some sort of research. Can you tell viewers and listeners what that's all about?
Yeah, I was approached a little while ago by a great guy who's the director of learning for a group of physical therapy clinics here in British Columbia. And they're I mean, they really get sort of what pain is about and how it affects people. And so they've developed this program that's going to be a free resource to people, which I love. They're making it free. They're not saying you have to come see us and pay a bunch of money. They're like, here it is available to you. And really the focus is on finding a way to best explain what pain is to people, try and remove some of the myths about, pain. Because often we know if we move and it hurts, that means, a lot of people I did, you think you're hurting yourself, like you're tearing something or ripping something, and often that's not the case at all. So a bit of, pain education and then talking about why movement is important, but breaking it down in really simple terms. And they've asked myself and others who live with pain to review this for them because they've written it as clinicians, and now they want experts who live with pain to review it and give them feedback on it so it can really land and connect with people who live with pain. Because this might be their first introduction to somebody who believes their pain is real and is saying to them, here are some of the things that you can do to help yourself with them. It's that supported self-management. There's a time and a place for your PTs and your OTs, obviously, but there's also a bunch that we can do on our own. But in the absence of knowing what we can do, people don't do anything. So they're developing this free resource that just says, here's what your pain really is, and here's what you can do to like improve your quality of life and get some movement back going again. So I'm still working my way through it, but from what I've seen so far, it's some pretty good stuff that they're putting out there, that they want to put out there.
Yeah. I don't know. I was sort of talking about this the other week to someone that on social media, a lot of the healthcare professional posts, they keep looking at the science behind
Hmm.
um, movement or pain or
Yeah.
because we both sort of come from a persistent pain background.
Hmm.
They talk, but they get so bogged down in the technical side of it, you know.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we're not, as you know, we're not academics. We're not physicians or
Hmm. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, and I'm having a bit of a grumble here, but why do they
Hmm.
overcomplicate it? Oh, that's the bit I don't get. You
Yeah.
know, they want to. It's it's like saying, well, you can't do this until you've got to, you know, you've got to. Well, where's your evidence? You know,
Hmm.
I think moving. What evidence do you need to think? Well, do something.
Yeah.
Doing something is better than doing nothing. Like you know.
Yeah. 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 That's it right there. And I agree with you. I mean, and I mean, evidence is important, and especially for, they get right into like the real biology of stuff. So go ahead and look into that. But when you're talking to somebody, you've hit the nail on the head. I don't think anybody on the planet Earth will say moving your body is a bad thing in the right way. Like, I mean, I'm not advocating for people who have like movement abilities to try and get up and walk. Like, that's not what we're saying. Is within your abilities, do what you can, because moving a body, these bodies are meant to move. They're not meant to be sedentary, is my strongest opinion. So however you can move it, just move it. Like, don't overcomplicate it. Don't try and give people a biology lecture on why movement is good. Just like say to them, what do you like to do? Oh, well, I like to go swimming. I like to paddleboard. I like to go gardening. I like to. Then how about you do that? And how about we talk about how much you can do? And if you can only walk 100 meters today, maybe next week you can do 120. And
Yeah,
within a year, maybe you're walking 2 kilometers. Like, just support them. Say, hey, you like doing that? Let's work together on getting you doing that and increasing it over.
yeah,
Because moving your body in a meaningful way and a safe way will never do you harm.
yeah.
It's that simple. Like, that's it, full stop. You can go off and you can
Uh,
write all the research papers you want on why. That's great. But to the person in front of you, what do you like to do? Let's do that. Let's do it safely and so you enjoy it.
yeah. It's like they're frightened to say something because it's not they've never seen it on a research paper or something rather than um, they're just frightened to. I don't know. You know, I think there's some of these self-care professionals, they're so fearful, you know, of
Hmm. Yeah.
asking someone to move, like, you know, and then
Yeah.
just asking someone, what do you like doing?
That's the
How can
thing.
we? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
this ain't you said earlier on. This not is not rocket science.
Yeah. And you're right. Like, I mean, the evidence is important, and that's why you don't advocate for people to do something that could possibly harm them.
Yeah,
Like don't just use common sense. But what do you like to do? Can you do it? How much of it can you do? Can you do it safely? And, yes, we understand at times it might be a little bit uncomfortable. A little bit of discomfort is okay. Hurting yourself is never okay. But, if it's a little bit, oh, okay, that kind of, I mean, that happens with me when I exercise. Things will sometimes get a little bit uncomfortable. They settle down and I'm good. But over time, it's all better.
yeah,
So yeah, I don't. It's overcomplicated, and it's just a matter of looking at the person in front of you and supporting them in what they like to do and helping them
I, I,
do
I
that.
I always remember when I was on the my pain management program in '96 at their input, they said that. because like a lot of us people with pain with fear movement,
Hmm.
pain, and but how they explained it was that when you start moving, you can some pains will increase,
Hmm.
but they will decrease.
Hmm.
I'm looking at, whoa,
Hmm.
that was, they were so
Yeah.
amazing, and I look at it this way, except I keep it nice and simple. Like there's a door over there, I'm pointing to the door, but if I haven't
Hmm.
opened that door for a number of weeks,
Hmm.
possibly years, it's going to creak a little bit.
Yeah.
But the more times I move that door,
Yeah.
the creaking will go
Hmm.
because I've loosened up the hinges and stuff like that,
Exactly.
front
Yeah.
hinges,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it wants to be moved, and you think about
Yeah.
animals and stuff like that. What cats and dogs do when they wake up from just lying down or having a sleep, they get up. They don't say, "Oh, right, let's put the kettle on." They say, "No,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're stretching their bodies. They're preparing their body for movement."
Yeah.
I think it's probably been happening since time became even with the dinosaurs. Because
Absolutely.
you know, if an animal didn't, back in the dinosaur days, if they didn't prepare their body for movement, they may have been someone's breakfast or
Exactly.
lunch,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
the basics are is stretching, exercise, and stuff like. But find something that you enjoy doing, like you're a lot more likely to keep it up, and that's
Yeah.
what I do. All the stuff I do now, and I find it enjoyable,
Hmm.
and but don't get to the point where I mean, like when we get diagnosed with like some of the health conditions that we've got,
Hmm.
it's not a for me, it's not a choice. I have to stretch and exercise
Yeah.
to keep my pain levels down, but also to keep the old cancer cells. Keep, say the fat. I was going to say something a bit naughty then, but something can
Keep them
fed
in
up
check, eh?
to
Yeah.
make them fed up, But
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
think I feel like I think you said earlier on, Keith. Once I've been for a walk and stuff like. Hey, listen, I want to tell you one of give old our friend Katie Foster mentioned because she posted
Hmm.
something interesting
Right?
this week where she said about getting out into nature.
Hmm.
If you can't, if the weather's a bit naughty, then perhaps stand outside in the, perhaps with an umbrella, or
Hmm.
walk around the garden with an umbrella or a raincoat or whatever. But
Yeah.
get out to into nature as well, because
Yeah.
um, that where we're out in nature, that that listening to the birds singing and
Hmm.
and stuff like that. So that was a really good Katie. So
Yeah.
things like that. It's just but nature, great way of doing it. You like listening to water. Get out there if you want to. Go like swimming. That's another form of meaningful. Like Dave Oxley. He
Hmm.
does his swimming business. Another person
Yeah.
with pain and
Yeah.
long term conditions.
Yeah. Yeah. It
So
just it comes back to that. I mean, if there's any takeaway from anybody who for those who are going to listen to this video and specifically the healthcare providers is my challenge to them is to listen to the person in front of you about
yeah,
what they enjoy doing and be their advocate to help them start doing that again. Whatever it is they want to do, don't force them and say if you don't do facial exercise, then it's completely not useful. No, like if that's what they like to do, help them with that. Like you said, swimming, walking, cycling, whatever. Like support them in that and then be there with them through that journey to help them come over eat because they might have a fear of getting going. So help them get over that and get moving. And when they do have a little bit of a setback, be there for them and say, hey, it's going to be okay. Take a little bit of break, get back. Just, just meet them where they are, have compassion, empathy, and support them on their journey of meaningful movement. It's just, that's all they need to do.
I think Keith. with the conference coming up, the conference that we're doing is on the 21st of Feb,
Hmm.
20th if you live in North America, I've got that right.
Yep. Yep.
The fifth Pain Support Yourself Management Conference, and I'm guessing a lot of our presenters will be pushing that message as well. The unique, for those that are not aware of the conference, it's a conference that myself and Keith started up 5 years ago, and we have three presenters from healthcare professionals, but also three self-managers like myself and Keith, etc.
Hmm.
So I'll be dropping the registration. How to registration is a donation only. 3.5 hour conference. You can dip in and out if you want. Everybody
Hmm.
that registers will get the recording, audio and video. So well, I'm looking forward to it, Keith. I mean, it
Yep.
ain't far away now, is it?
What's that? Sorry?
Our conference not far away now.
No, no. I mean, it's we're hitting December here pretty soon, so I'm looking forward to it as well. Every year, I'm blown away by the incredible presenters who so willingly give their time of doing this. I mean, we ask, and sometimes before you're finished even asking, they say yes, and they're there. And every year, I'm just blown away by what people provide as far as their knowledge, experience, and education. And yeah, this one in February is going to be another just home run, and I'm looking forward to. So I always learn. We get to listen to every presenter, and I learn every time somebody speaks.
Yeah. Okay, Keith. So we'll sign off there. Thanks very much for joining us. Well, thanks for being part of this recording as well. If you've got any questions about what we'd like us or give us some feedback
Hmm.
about meaningful movement. What do you do? We'd like
Yeah,
to hear from you.
yeah,
What do you do about meaningful movement? What sort of thing
yeah,
do you do? I think
yeah.
was it Anne? I think here in the UK. I think she messaged me. I was saying the best form of exercise is that she's is Tai Chi.
That's what she found is the best
Yeah,
thing, right?
Tai Chi's
Beautiful.
to her life.
Yeah. Yeah, love it. I would love to know. I think it's a great idea. We'd love to hear from people what they do. Let's share that so others can see what other people are doing so they can realize there's a whole world of things that they can do that, that moves their body and that might really connect with them that they never thought might be useful. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so catch you on the back end then, and hope everybody's gonna be cool and groovy today, wherever you are on the planet.
Hmm.
Stay safe, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.
Great. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Pete.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.